It's 8 o'clock, people, and you already know what time it is. It's my show, the Mecca James Show. I want to thank everybody that's new, that's rocking with me, all my day ones that continue to come back every Tuesday from 8 to 9 p.m. You can also, any show that you miss, go to blogtalkradio.com/Mecca, MECCA, show and the number 1. VH1 Black Ink is in the building, season Dutchess, Harlem. I'm so proud they on the air right now. Let's get it in. It's the Mecca James Show.
Hello, what's going on, y'all?
What's going on? What's going on? This is season Dutchess in the building. How you doing?
Hey,
how you doing? Good. You know, I want to say I'm happy to have you on the show, being from Harlem myself. People always talk about bosses. I'm a boss. I'm boss up. But today, people, we got some real bosses in the building. We're going to talk about entrepreneurship and all that. Y'all ready for that?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. So we'll talk to C's and Dutchess as well. You big show on VH1. Y'all doing your thing. Y'all power couple. How did you get into the tattoo business? Because mainly, it's not a lot of people of color, so how did y'all break into the tattoo business?
I mean, both of us kind of like were self-taught. We fell in love with the art first. And, being artists, we want to actually, like, get into the whole industry. Now, once we got in the industry, we realized, both of us kind of like were self-taught. We fell in love with the art first. And, being artists, we want to actually, like, get into the whole industry. Now, once we got in the industry, we realized really, like, there's really not no black people in this whole industry. Like, it's predominantly white and Spanish industry. So, a lot of things we have to fight for ourselves to get our own foot in the door with this whole industry. Like, people don't understand how hard it is to even learn how to tattoo from somebody else who has some type of stature. And most of the time, most black tattoo artists, they self-taught.
Yeah.
But thank God we were smart enough to master it.
And you're doing a real good job. Dutchess, talk about your background and how you came into the tattoo industry, because there's not a lot of females doing it. So I know you was in education. How did you transform to tattooing?
I was actually in grad school when I learned how to tattoo at first, and it kind of just was a hobby at the time, but I fell in love with it so deep that it made me forget, the career that I was currently working on for something that I was dreaming of, which was being a tattoo artist. A lot of times people don't think that you can be successful and do this, or it's not going to be a way for you to actually make a living off of. And, we're just living witnesses that's only, what you make it. We've made this a household name and a brand for ourselves with C's having Black Ink and me having Pretty in Ink. We're just trying to make sure that, we show that we can defy the odds.
You hear that, people? Black excellence is in the building. Now, both of y'all can answer these questions because I have the FUBU guys on and so many successful people. People only see the end result. How many times did you have to give up a show or don't go to a baby shower to just focus on your career? Talk about how do you sacrifice those things?
For me, everybody can understand. I sacrificed everything in my life. I left my family. I left my friends. I left everything that was familiar to me my entire, life just to pursue my dream at tattooing. When I came to New York, I didn't have any family here. I didn't have any friends here. I basically came all by myself. And I came just with, a hope and a prayer. And I guess kind of being away from all of those influences gave me the chance to focus. But everybody's journey is different. That's what worked for me. That might not work for, everybody else, but you have to commit. You have to, make sure that you're making this a priority, whatever it is you want to do.
Exactly. And see, how did that all the sacrifice. Talk about some of that sacrifice that you have to do.
I mean, shoot, we still sacrificing to this day. Like, you sacrifice time, you sacrifice sleep. People don't understand, to be your own boss, you got to pay a cost, and that cost is a lot of sacrifice. There's a lot of personal stuff that, we like to do. Like, shoot, I like to go out the country a lot more. I like to do certain things, but business, you gotta stay responsible, and that's the major thing with, I think, in the black community. We're not responsible. All we want to do is have fun, but we don't want to work hard. If we work as hard as we play, shoot, we'd be ahead of any race.
What? Are you kidding me? If we work together, it's crazy. I wanted to say, because a lot of my friends, being from Harlem, Brooklyn, East New York, Queens, and all of that, we all come from the hood. Some of us graduated from college, some of us are different. What makes you different? Because I know you saw people, probably die, sell drugs. And what made you say, you know what, I'm doing something a little different. I want to do better for my life. You understand? So what made you want to do that?
Truthfully, my daughter. Like, I was in the streets, and I didn't care about life at one moment. Like, people don't understand, if you don't have a purpose in life, most of the time, you ain't really going to achieve nothing in life. And it took me to sit here and say, yo, I'm having a little girl that she can't see her father in jail or doing this and doing that. I have to be some type of role model. I decided, like, that day, I went to school. And then the career that I was doing at the time was graphic designer. I really wasn't feeling it. I just wanted to tattoo, and I decided to open up my own shop.
And talk to us, like, how did Black Ink, the reality show, start? Because, that's major to be on VH1, to be Black people, entrepreneurs, doing your thing, one of the number one shows on VH1, young at that. Like, how did that come about?
We still trying to figure out now. Like, they came up. We don't even understand how we was on TV. You got to understand, you're talking to two individuals that a lot of people wake up wanting to be famous. They strive to be famous. We was just striving to be successful. And VH1 seen it and was like, we want to capture this story. We was like, if you want to, we thought it would be a boring-ass story. Like, who want to follow us on that? But, as you said, we got the number one show, and only God knew our destiny.
Absolutely. I want to know, for someone to look at TV or anything, they'll be like, oh, I want to be a tattoo artist. I want to work with Steve's and Dutchess. Can they do that? Do you have, internships? How does that come about, if that is possible?
Honestly, right now, we're in the process of building our brand, so we don't really have, the team that we've come into this with is kind of the team that we've been stuck with and we've been blessed with. Until we can get to a level that we're comfortable, we can't really offer, anybody else, the time or the opportunity, because we're trying to build that in ourselves. And I think for a lot of young and up-and-coming artists, they just got to realize you got to be committed. You got to give this every day of your life. Eventually, somebody's going to see the work that you're doing, and it's going to speak for itself. And you want somebody to coming for you, not coming for them. That's where you demand your value.
Yeah.
But for a lot of the artists, they comfortable with, doing tattoos in their grandma's kitchens or in their basements. They don't really want to commit to the concept and idea of being a part of a brand. My best advice is really just to, focus 110% in what you want to do. And if that is tattooing, then allow your work to speak for itself. A lot of tattoo artists, they come to us and they say, oh, well, I got this, I got that. But when it comes down to it, we don't see any of that showing for itself. It's just words. I would much rather, us hearing about an artist from their clients before they come tooting their own horn, just because that shows that they put in that work, they put in that grind. The amount of time and energy that we put in this, we didn't have instant gratification. I did tattoos for $26 a week in Brooklyn when I first came to New York, and I had $2,000 rent to pay. So I ain't have it easy like the TV camera shows for everybody to think that, oh, she just came in and started messing with these. No, I put in my work, and I was a great tattoo artist before I came to Black Ink. And that's what gave C's the opportunity to even give me the chance to work there. It wasn't something that, I just waltzed my way in there and it happened. We all had to put in our blood, sweat, and tears and lay in that groundwork, that foundation, to get us to where we all are today.
Congratulations on that. And I want to say congratulations on your engagement. You know what I mean? How is that working with each other? Because some couples, they can't work with each other. Some it's a good thing. How do you balance being in a relationship and separating it from business, or does that intertwine?
I mean, for us, it kind of intertwines. We don't really have no days off. We're working every single day, whether we're in New York, North Carolina, traveling the States, traveling out of the country. No matter where we are, we're usually working. So it kind of just makes it a little bit easier to have a relationship just because the focus isn't always the relationship. A lot of times the focus is us building our brand.
Absolutely. And you need that good team to build the brand because everybody feels like, I got my people. Explain to them what it takes to build a brand. Like, I want people to really get this because although people are listening to y'all, a lot of people think, they on VH1, they get money, everything came quick. So I want you to explain, this takes time. So explain how important it is to build a brand to get on that VH1 level.
I mean, to be honest with you, even if you're not on a VH1 level, your brand is your most important thing. Remember, as kids growing up and your mom will be like, your reputation is all you got. So, you go into middle school, you're in middle school, headed to high school, those teachers have an understanding of who you are as a student because your reputation precedes itself. That's kind of what your brand is. It's what you stand for. It's what you believe in. It's what people account who you are with what you're doing. And you want to always be known for doing the right things and having the business acumen to make sure that your brand is something that's always succeeding and not suffering by, the mistakes that sometimes your friends or your family or, just regular everyday people could involve in your life. And I think that's the number one thing that us as young black people that we don't think of. We allow so many outside influences to affect our brands that we don't have enough control to keep them the way that we would like them to be. And that's where we really gotta get focused at because if you look at Donald Trump. That man got a crazy reputation, but look at what he's accomplishing, That type of stuff, that's the type of stuff that, we got to pay attention to. Nobody was talking about him being a racist and him being this and him being that. He's already been declared a candidate before any of that stuff came out to be. And these are qualities in him that he's had forever, but because of his reputation and how he does business, we often have ignored some of the personal aspects that keep things strong. With us as minorities, the personal stuff is usually what stands out the most. We have to start allowing our business reputations and the things we're doing outside of our homes, outside of our social life, to allow that to speak for who we are.
Absolutely. And please, people, go out and vote. We need you out there this time. As a woman, Dutchess, and you handle your business. On the show, you talk about reputation and, just not just sleeping with everybody. How important is that to just build down your reputation that you're a woman about your business? Like, do you see a lot of people sleeping their way to the top, or how do you feel about that for women?
To me,
they come at you differently.
Of course, but nothing new is under the sun. Since slavery days, women been sweeping their ways to get wherever they want to go. For me, it's just the amount of pride that you have in yourself. That's what forces people to respect you and forces people to respect how you do business. It's what keeps people at a certain level of understanding that they can't get over on you because you're not that gullible or you're not that easy. And I think that's very important. I tell people all the time the reason why our children are so weak is because our women, we're breeding weak children because we allow them to see us weak. If you keep your sense of self and your sense of pride, your children can't do nothing but expect to have the same things instilled in them. But a lot of times we allow, the frivolous things, the financial gains, the materialistic things, that is what precedes all of these personal qualities that really make us great. And I think that's something that, we got to really start to change the focus on, especially with our next generation.
Yeah, and I respect you for that, the way you carry yourself and you just boss up and, you just don't let people go. Now, C's, tell us about the show. Like, what can we expect on this new season? We waiting. Tell us about that.
This new season right here, I really don't know how to describe it. You're going to get a lot of questions that you had last season will get answered. You're going to find out if I really closed Black Ink for good or not. You're going to find out what me and Dutch's next steps are and our whole relationship and business. There's going to be a lot of things that unfold. You're going to see new characters. You're going to see new shops. You're going to see a lot of new things this season. It's not going to be the same old Black Ink. Honestly, it's probably the best Black Ink to this date.
Congratulations on that. Can you talk about your new shop? Because I want to congratulate you and Dutchess on your new shop.
Of course. Well, we got the new Black Ink on 125th, right above PD Steakhouse, across the street from Bill Clinton's old office. We had to make that move because we was across the street from the projects at one time. And we got a whole new Instagram, Black Ink 125th. And if you want to see some of these new artists that I have in here, some of the new work, you're more than welcome. Man, matter of fact, you can come yourself to Harlem, come check us out, because we the new attraction on 125th Street. And then we got Dutchess Shop, which is Pretty Ink, in Charlotte, which is, I ain't going to lie, that joint is booming. You definitely have to go check that out if you down south. Like, that's about to be one of the major flagship stores down south. I don't think nobody want to open up anything down south for a minute.
That's crazy. I got things on lock. So where do y'all see yourself 5-10 years from now? Business-wise, relationship, talk about that. Where do y'all see yourselves?
I mean, right now, honestly, we just living in the moment. Like, we just got engaged. We basically opening up a whole new chapter in both of our lives that we're both writing together. Like, we're just enjoying the moment. Like, there's not too many successful black couples that really love each other and really is like going through the motions and still want to have business together and still want to do things together. Well, we want to open up businesses and we want to take big ass vacations. Like, we just been to Costa Rica. She just got me over my fear of heights. She had me zip lining through the rainforest and whatnot.
Yo, I want to do that.
Yeah. You say that until you get there, man. Like, there's a whole lot of things me and her do for fun. We might not post on Instagram because we so busy and whatnot, but we definitely have a lot of fun as a couple. So, we're just enjoying the moment. In 5-10 years, we're hoping to have a whole bunch of shops, probably have a kid or two, go buy her a $2.5 million house, and chill out.
Well, I just got the real estate license, so holler at your girl. I'm trying to get these checks.
Yeah, we're going to have to do that. We're going to have to do that. Especially seeing how you tried to play me on TV over the house.
It's a $2.5 million house.
Yeah, in New York City, paying $2,000 a month rent for a one-bedroom apartment. You got the same mortgage as a $2 million house. Ain't that something?
It's crazy out here. That's why you got to keep
believe that one bedroom when I want. That's $2 million house is going to steal your credit forever.
Well, what else y'all want to say? I know y'all got to go, but, I thank y'all for coming on. Like I said, Harlem is in the building. Real bosses is in the house. Y'all got anything last to say before y'all get out of here?
I guess we just say, thanks for having us, and shout out to all our fans out there. Shout out to our haters, too. We love y'all, even though,
She being modest and whatnot. Listen, make sure you follow us, Caesar Black Ink and Dutchess of Ink on Instagram, Twitter, and also Snapchat. I swear to my mother, we're going to be getting on our social media thing, especially since the season's coming on. So you're going to see a lot of us on social media. So just follow us, follow our shops, Black Ink 125th and Pretty Ink 704.
We got a lot of people on the line, but they listening. They're a little nervous to talk to y'all.
Man, just put them through, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know why they're nervous.
I don't know. But thanks for coming on, Season Dutchess. I'm gonna stop by the shop, and you know it's the Mecca James Show. I appreciate the love.
Hey Mecca, we might have to record you getting your tattoo, so you know your listeners can see you in action.
Oh no doubt. You know I don't have no tattoos, so if I do,
we
y'all be the first.
Got to get you in here. We might have to do a live broadcast with you.
What? Yeah, do that. Let's do that, Dutchess. I'm not
like
even mad.
Sounds like a plan.
I don't even know where it's going to be, but yeah, we got to do something like that.
Definitely. Well, now you got some time to think about it. Y'all listeners, help her brainstorm.
Thank you. I don't know. Let me see, like, maybe on the leg, the fingers is a little nervous. But anyway, you had Dutchess and C's from Black Ink. And like I tell you, I had Tammy Roman on the show, so many people. But this was special to me because, I'm from Harlem. And I love to see our people just doing their thing, young entrepreneurs. They a power couple. They on VH1. They working every day just like me, making their brand. Happy to have them on the show. Go out and support them, love. Support Black love, Black entrepreneurship, Black everything. So we keep it in the neighborhood, and I hope that they make so many tattoo stores and just expand. Just do it. Just do the damn thing. It's the Mecca James Show, and follow me on Instagram, Mecca James. Follow me on Twitter, Mecca from Uptown. Also go to blogtalkradio.com/Mecca, MECCA show and the number 1. Listen to this show with C's and Dutchess from Black Ink anytime you want. Tammy Roman, Charlamagne the God, relationship shows, Andrew Schultz from Guide Cove, the FUBU guys, so much more. I try to bring you the best of the best on the show. Thank you for everybody that was listening. Thank you for everybody that was in the chat room. We trying to do big things, and I appreciate you. I appreciate you listening to me each and every week. Tune in, 8 o'clock on Tuesday. I'm here every Tuesday. It's the Mecca Jane Show. Till next week, God bless. Good night.